Hey guys, welcome back to Thrive with Stride. I hope you guys are all doing amazing, and I hope you guys have had a wonderful week so far. Yeah, we had an actually a good week because my daughter graduated from I guess you can call it middle school. She's 14, so she's going on to high school, and she had her graduation last night, and they had a whole it was beautiful. They had it was at a reception hall and everything, and they had music, a DJ, and they ate and all this stuff, and yeah, they had a great time. So yeah, I was happy about that, and she enjoyed herself. She looked like a princess, of course she did. But yeah, we had a beautiful night. Okay, so anyways, guys, on another note, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this missing. Well, it's not missing anymore, but this tragedy that happened with the Titan sub crew. My heart goes out to the families of these people, these men, and it's a pity this happened. And to know that one of the men took his son was 18 or 19 years old, something like that. And it's just a horrible thing that happened. But we did hear that, it seems like if they didn't take, apparently whoever was in charge of this whole expedition did not take all the necessary precautions or something, because people have been going down to the wreck of the Titanic, guys, for years, since it was discovered back in the 80s. I think it was that it was discovered, and there have been expeditions going down there for a long time. Even I was watching and James Cameron, the guy who did the movie Titanic, he said that they have been doing this for years, and they've been doing it as safely as possible, because you can't have 100% safety with a situation like this. But the thing is, apparently this company did not do everything that they were supposed to do. So that's the long and short of the story with that. And it's a pity because what a horrible thing. You take your child somewhere and then this happens. Even though he's over 18 years old, but he didn't get a chance to live his life, so that's pretty sad. And I just wanted to mention that a little bit. It's just a sad thing. But anyways, I don't want to continue on that thread, but I just had to mention it. So, just a couple little things going on with Harry and Meghan. There is just a few things. Apparently now we find out that the ISPS Honda Polo Cup 2023 is going to be held in Singapore, the Singapore Polo Club. And of course, and it says here, we are proud to announce our partnership with Centabale, whose patrons are Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and Prince Sieso, for the annual Centabale ISPS Honda Polo Cup. Okay, and it's going to be Saturday, 12th of August. And guys, in case if you want the Intercontinental Singapore. And it says here, for dinner ticket pricing and availability, contact the membership office. So guys, if you're gonna go, and guys, I'm sure these tickets are crazy prices, but just thought let you know about that one. But that's happening. So Harry will be at this Singapore Polo Club thing, and hopefully we will get to see Meghan as well. So that's happening. Let's start off with some better news, right? That's happening. So, and there's all kind of, guys, there's always crazy news, but let's get to some of the news that happened in the last little bit. Okay, so first I want to get onto this, the Kelly Osbourne craziness of it all. Nobody would mention this woman if she hadn't mentioned Harry a couple days back, guys. Would any of us be talking about this Kelly Osbourne lady if it wasn't for her mentioning Harry and calling him names and all this and having a whole big rant? Like, why do people think that they can do this? Why do people think? But you know why they do it? Because they know they can get recognition, or they know that they can get somebody talking about them if they do that. Just like even that Bethany Franklin lady, she's another one as well. Apparently she got engaged, she went online and was showing her ring, and people blasted her because, hey, you did the same. You're always talking about Meghan showing off and this and that, and you're doing the same thing. People blasted her because of it. But sometimes it backfires, guys. Sometimes it backfires on them. Yeah, it does. So that happened to that Bethany Franklin lady. And yeah, that Kelly Osbourne, she's a mess. I don't know why she thinks she's the one to be talking about anybody. But also we found out as well, apparently Andy Cohen has, he's kind of, apparently, so this story is saying that he defended Meghan. I don't know, he did not defend Meghan. He did not defend Meghan. What he said was that, let me just see exactly what it says here. No, he didn't defend her, but it says here that, that he was, well, it says, okay, more or less he was pretty shocked to find out that there were claims that she didn't conduct her own interviews for the Archetypes podcast, right? So, and this is all stuff that came out obviously after the deal with Spotify ended. And these people are going to talk about this Spotify thing for months to come, guys. Just get used to it. Get used to it. So it says here, okay, the 55-year-old TV host addressed the rumors swirling about Meghan and her husband, Prince Harry, during a recent interview with this Us Weekly, that silly-ass show that I can't stand. So it says here, while Cohen didn't mention the publication by name, he seemingly addressed how Pod News claimed that some of Meghan's interviews for the Archetypes podcast were done by her co-workers, with the Duchess's voice being edited into the episode. That is, these people, sometimes these people think that that regular people are silly, that we don't understand how things work. I have a podcast. I do the whole thing myself because I'm just me. My podcast, I used to actually have my podcast on, right now it's just on YouTube, but on actually Spotify and all podcast networks. But I don't do that anymore because it wasn't really taking off, so it didn't make sense to do it because I had to pay to put the podcast on there, but it didn't make sense. But either way, I used to do the whole thing myself because it's just me. That's probably why it didn't go anywhere. But Meghan has a whole team to do a podcast. They're trying to pretend like if they don't know how podcasting works, right? Of course, some of the things are going to be pre-recorded, and we can all tell that. That's how all of them do it. Everybody who does podcasts, that's how they do it, right? So the fact that they're singling out Meghan and saying that her voice was dubbed over, that's how podcasts work. It doesn't make any sense that they would say this, but because that's how podcasts work, that's how they do it. And of course, there's pictures as well of lots of the people that Meghan did the podcast with. She took pictures with a lot of them, and a lot of this happened, guys. A lot of this whole thing happened in the pandemic. So does it make sense that, of course, she did not meet up with everybody? A lot of people were on Zoom or whatever, and that's normal. Isn't that normal? Isn't that the normal way of doing things nowadays? Nowadays, when you do a interview, you do the interview by Zoom. Especially if you're gonna be working remote or whatever, you do I recently had one. You do it by Zoom, right? That's how people do things nowadays. Like, these people are acting like if it's 1982 or something. I don't understand. But that's just another way of trying to harass Meghan and trying to, just make it seem like if she did something wrong or something, and she did not. She's just doing everything that everybody else does. And she also did have people come to her office, her studio, I should say, where she lives, because she has a studio, at home studio there, and people were there. Like I remember Amanda Gorman was there. She had a picture, and if I can find a picture, I will put it in here. And there was a couple people who were there at the actual studio in person, and then there were people like Mariah Carey who did it by Zoom, and people like other people like I think Serena was there. Actually, because there's pictures of her and Serena's little girl Olympia, and so there's pictures of that and everything. So a lot of people, there's actual pictures to show that people were actually at the studio, and then there's obviously the Zoom. And then there's pictures of her interviewing people. So I don't understand why people would even believe this. But then again, people are also believing as well that Archetypes was not a success, which it was. Because a couple people are saying that, just because, they moved on from the Spotify deal, that it signals that it wasn't a success, that Archetypes wasn't a success. But Archetypes did win 2 awards. They won the Gracie Award, and they also won a People's Choice Award. So you don't win awards if it's not good. If it's not a good thing, you don't win. It's as simple as that. So I have to defend Archetypes. But anyway, so we talked about Andy Cohen, not really, it's not a defense. He's just saying that as far as he knows, he was surprised, because as far as he knows, he was interviewed by Meghan. And as far as he knows, other people were as well. So I don't understand. So let me actually read the rest of what I was reading here. Okay, so it says, speaking to the whatever them people are, Cohen confirmed that these claims are false. That's what he said, noting that Meghan, of course, does her own interviews, because we heard it. A lot of these people are probably people who never even listened to the podcast. We did, so we know that she was having conversations with people. So the whole thing is just ridiculous. He also said that when he appeared on Archetypes in November 2022, Meghan interviewed him for it. That's an insane rumor, he said. Her podcast is conversations with people. How would she not have? Of course she did. And then it goes on. The Watch What Happens Live host also noted that his conversation with Meghan was quite well researched, well informed, and thoughtful. So those were his words. Those were Andy Cohen's words. And I'm gonna read it again here, just so we know. It says here, Cohen confirmed that these claims were false, noting that Meghan, of course, does her own interviews. He also said that when he appeared on Archetypes in November 2022, Meghan interviewed him for it. That's an insane rumor, he said. Her podcast is conversations with people. How would she not have? Of course she did. The Watch What Happens Live host also noted that his conversation with Meghan was quite well researched, well informed, and thoughtful. There you go. That's all I gotta say about it. So, yeah. And they're talking about, he's defending her. He's not defending her. He's just telling the truth of what happened. And I agree with R.S. Locke on Twitter. She said, no. He's not defending her. He's just telling the truth. I totally agree. So let's see here. Oh, oh, okay. So yeah, I think that's it. So I'm not bothered about any of this, guys. And of course, you know, the Dior story again, guys. You know, it's just crazy. Now they have gone on to say, guys. First, they came up with the story that Meghan was signing with Dior for the magical number of 20 million. The magical number of 20 million. Yeah. And then a couple days later, because of course Dior came out and said, no, there's no talks going on here. Then they turned it around and said, oh, Meghan was rejected. Meghan didn't, you know, she didn't get a deal with Dior. You know, oh, poor Meghan. She didn't get, you know, oh, that's it. So now they brought up the story, guys. They made the whole story, and then now they're saying that, oh, poor Meghan, she didn't get her Dior deal. You know, it's like, you know, it didn't make no sense, guys. It makes zero sense. The fact that they came up with the story, and now they're saying now that, oh, it didn't happen. Poor Meghan. They're not really saying poor Meghan. They're laughing and giggling and making a big, huge thing off of the whole thing when the thing was not a thing to begin with. It was not a thing to begin with. So there you go. So anyways, that's a couple stories going on here about, you know, what's going on here. But guys, it is the stupidest thing I've seen in my life. The way that these people come up with crazy stories, and they're all saying the same thing in the media. They all have the same talking points and the same exact story. And then 2 days later, they can come up and say, oh, no, you know what? Maybe it was Meghan who came up with the story. And they keep prodding at her, like, you know, because they want her to make a statement. And I'm kind of glad that she doesn't. I'm kind of glad that she doesn't make a statement, actually. Because, you know, it just makes them seem like if they're just talking to themselves or just making up stories, which they are making up stories. But anyways, I just wanted to bring you a couple of stories here about what has been going on. And I guess I will talk to you guys in the next one. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this. And guys, I will talk to you in the next one. You know what? Oh, let's see here, because I really should. Let me see here. I want to thank some of my channel members. Let me see here. Oh, I should have had this done before. That's my fault, guys. Oh, that's all me. But you know what? I'll have to do it in the next one. I'll have to make sure I have it on here, and I can thank them. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it here. Okay, so members. Okay, here are the members. Okay, so guys, let's see the members of the channel. So, of course, you know, my channel was demonetized, and people, you know, they were. That's the thing that monetization does, guys. The demonetization does. When my channel gets demonetized, I lose channel members, I lose subscribers, I lose members, I lose a lot when it's demonetized. Let's put it that way. But thankfully, this is the third time that YouTube has demonetized my channel, and now it's remonetized. But every single time, guys, I lose momentum, I lose subscribers, I lose channel members, I lose everything when this happens. I'm just letting you know. But either way, I'm going to tell you the couple of people who have stuck around. Lydia Washington, she is the best. She has been a member of my channel for 15 whole months, guys, and she has been consistently a member of my channel. Rewakwal has been a member for 8 whole months, guys, and Cookies and Cream has been a member of my channel for 15 whole months, guys, consistently. Church Nelly has been there for, and Church Nelly, I've always said this, She's there for a lot of people. She's always there to support lots of different channels, a lot of other channels. She has been a member of my channel for 12 whole months. And guys, we have a new member, Rose Hill, member for 3 whole days. And guys, right now it is so easy, and it's like you can't get cheaper than this. I think that the smoothie level for my channel is like $2.99. I've been trying to figure out, I think I may need to raise it, but it's $2.99 for now for the smoothie level. And then for the cappuccino level, it is, I think, $5.99, or I think it's $5.99 or $4.99, something like that for the cappuccino level. And then if you really want to support the channel, they have the cocktail time, ladies, that's what I called it, and it's $29 for a month, per month. But guys, you can start off with the smoothie level, it's great. But anyways, either way, thank you so much for those people who have stuck around and stuck it out, and they have been channel members for like 15 whole months. Both Cookies and Cream and Lady Washington have been members of my channel for 15 whole months, guys. This is unbelievable, and I thank them so much for sticking around, because it's very confusing when it's demonetized and then when it's remonetized again. It's very confusing. So I appreciate them for sticking around and being here for me. I appreciate that so much, and thanks for always believing in me. I really appreciate that. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great one, guys. And if you send any super chats or super stickers, I really do appreciate it as well. Have a great one, guys. Bye.